So I had a pretty crazy revelation yesterday. Well, last night, really. And I was just like, man, this this is crazy because I've basically gone full circle, and kind of starts with when I made that video month like fuck. It's probably like at least 5 or 6 months at this point. I made a video where I talked about kind of the weird relationship I had with music, and I always I always kind of had this weird relationship with music because early on in my life, I loved playing Guitar Hero. That was like my big thing. And I even brought this copy of Guitar Hero with me, as I'll get back to later. This is Guitar Hero 2 for the PS2. It's the greatest hits version, but who cares? It's $3 at Walmart. I got this probably about like 3 or 4 years ago. We went to a Walmart and they just had like old stuff. It was like Marvel vs. Capcom for like PS3 Special Edition or some shit. And this was there. And I was like, I kind of want it. $3? How can I say no to $3 at Walmart for Guitar Hero 2? Because we love Guitar Hero 2. I played a shitload of Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero 1 was like okay. Guitar Hero 2 is pretty good. Guitar Hero 3 was the GOAT. And then after that, it was like okay. Like Aerosmith was alright. I know it was Guitar Hero Metallica. I like played that once. I never played it again. And the Guitar Hero World Tour I played a lot of. But the point is that a lot of the music I listened to like early on in my life, other than like Gwen Stefani, because I used to listen to a lot of Gwen Stefani, which is kind of funny because now sometimes I hear it when I'm at work, and I'm just always like I always hear what is it called, Sweet Escape, I think it is, that one, and then there's been a couple times I think like. Is it called Rich Girl? I don't remember, but it's the one that has like Kelly Clarkson in it at some point or whatever. But other than like Gwen Stefani, it was like a lot of my early childhood stuff was the songs that I listened to in Guitar Hero because I liked those songs. So there was a lot of stuff. I mean, that was where I forgot I was gonna get these on hand ready. But that's why I got this Guns N' Roses CD, as I'll get back to later. But anyways, the point is, early on, I loved a lot of those Guitar Hero songs as a kid. And then, over time, something kind of happened, because then I stopped kind of liking Guitar Hero, and I also stopped, like, singing and being interested in music or anything, really. And then eventually I just started listening to video game music, which, like, I don't think video game music is bad or anything, but the thing about video game music is that, it's video game music, and usually, I'm not saying it's like bad, but it's kind of just, it doesn't fit the same vein as like album music. And so I talked about this in another video where people would ask me like, oh, what's your favorite type of music? And I'd just be like, video game music. And it always felt like this cop-out answer. And I feel like, I guess, kind of looking back, maybe it is, because it kind of was like a way to not really say anything. It's like, or say something nobody understands. It's like if somebody asks you, what do you do for a living? And instead of saying, oh, I'm like a computer programmer, you say like, oh, I maintain the get help, or the get index string function in Python or something. Like, what the fuck did you just say to me? But I feel like that was always such a bad answer, even though it was true, but it was a bad answer. And I never really was able to fully get into like music as a result. And I kind of never really got back into a lot of the Guitar Hero stuff. I mean, I still like remembered it, but it was like I didn't really listen to that stuff. Fast forward to kind of past year-ish, like year and a half, and I started playing a lot of Call of Duty Zombies, and especially the release of Black Ops 6. I got really into Call of Duty Zombies. And in particular, I got into a lot of those Kevin Sherwood songs, which are kind of more, traditional songs, like, guitar, vocals, and all that, and kind of like having some sort of meaning to the song. And I kind of liked it, and I liked it enough where, let me find it. Give me a second here. I think it's this guy. I liked it so much that I ended up actually burning my own CDs to do that, to be able to listen to it in this car, because I used to like recording with my phone and just, talking to myself. And I couldn't do that if I connected an aux cable to this and like try to play music with that. I couldn't do both of those things. So the only solution was to burn my own CDs, which is what I've been doing for quite a while. I've been doing that probably since even before I started making videos on this channel. So, yeah, it's been a while. And I never really got the whole CD thing initially. And then I was trying to go to new places, do new things. And it's been something I've been trying to do for a long time, but like sometimes I kind of put off that stuff and I'm like, I'll wait for another day when I'm in a better state or whatever, when I'm more prepared to do this thing. Then it never happens. So there was a day where I was going for therapy, and there's a Barnes & Noble that's kind of close. So I was like, you know what? On the way there, before I go, I'll have a little bit of time and get stopped by Barnes & Noble. So that was my plan. And I think I've talked about it. I've talked about some of my Barnes & Noble trips before, because now I've been going like almost weekly at this point. Like every time I'm going there on Wednesday anyway, I'll just stop by Barnes & Noble. Might as well. And first time I went there, the one thing I wanted to get was some music manuscript paper. And I have yet to even use that. I never used it, because I'm still kind of getting used to learning, like, reading music. Because I look at a note, I'm like, that's like a what is that? It's like C, E, like, oh yeah, it's an F. Like, I'm not great at that yet. But I got that. And then I also got like a music theory book that I've shown before too, in that same video. But then the other thing I got was, again, this Guns N' Roses CD, because I remembered seeing this album cover, and this is some of the greatest hits of Guns N' Roses, and it kind of took me back a little bit to those Guitar Hero days, because in Guitar Hero 3, one of the faces they put on the cover there was Slash from Guns N' Roses, because, he's a pretty iconic guitarist. And one of the big songs in that game was Welcome to the Jungle. That was a big thing. And obviously, in Guitar Hero 2 as well, they have Sweet Child of Mine as well. So I kind of had this CD for a while, and I never really listened to it, because I was like, well, I'd rather just listen to my own CDs. But then one day I said, you know what? I'm going to pop it in. And I actually ended up really liking it, like, a lot. Like, I just kept listening to it, and I was enjoying it. My parents were even like, you're listening to Guns N' Roses? Like, usually I turn the music off when I'm in your car, but like, you're listening to Guns N' Roses? What the hell? Also, dude, this auto catcher is it keeps vibrating, it's making noise, and God, it's annoying. Whatever. I guess it's catching me stuff for spinning stops or whatever. The point is, I got that Guns N' Roses CD, and I sat on it for like 2 months, and then I finally started listening to it, and I was like, this is kind of awesome. So then, from there, I started going with my CD journey, where I got, let me find it. Let's get it. Yeah. I got this guy that, actually, no, I didn't get this first. I got, Frank Sinatra. Where are you? Where are you, Frank? Frank Sinatra, which I may or may not have broken the case, like, as soon as I opened it. Oops. But I got this Frank Sinatra CD. I kind of enjoyed it. And then I was like, I kind of want to keep buying stuff. So then I found this Avenged Sevenfold CBD. Found this Avenged Sevenfold CD, and I was like, okay, yeah, sure. And I listened to that, and it was pretty good. But I kind of wanted more. There were some other Avenged Sevenfold albums that I was really looking for. And then, as I did in that previous video, that CD hunting video, which nobody really cared about, because I think I kind of did a bad job with the thumbnail, because I just kind of was like holding them like this, and like you can't really see what it is. I had to really present it, and I think that would have been a better thumbnail. But too late. I don't care. Whatever. But I found this, and I also found Nightmare as well, which I haven't even opened Nightmare yet. I haven't listened to it, because I've been listening to some City of Evil, and I love this album. It is awesome. There's a bunch of pretty much every track in this album I think is really good, but a couple that I really like Burn It Down. I really like Backcountry, and Trash and Scattered has been in my head like constantly. I love this album so much, and it's just like all the songs very distinct and interesting. Like it's not like they just blend together. It's like, oh, it's all heavy metal and shit. It's like it's all very different vibes throughout the whole thing, and it makes it pretty cool. It makes for a pretty cool album. I genuinely, I was kind of blown away at just how good this is. Like I know people were like, yeah, this is a really good album. It still holds up, but like, goddamn, this is awesome. And one of the songs, which is kind of like, I guess, the headliner for the album, or whatever you want to call it. It's the first track, called Beast and the Harlot. And that's where the album got its name from, because there's literally a line where they say a city of evil. That's why they called this the City of Evil, or City of Evil. So that happened. And I like the song a little bit. And at first I was kind of like, it's all right, but like I don't like it as much as some of the other ones. And I've been looking at some of the lyrics for some of the songs, because I just wanted to like learn some of the lyrics and actually like understand some of the things that I didn't get to fully understand when I was just listening to it while driving. And I was looking at the lyrics, and I decided to look at Beast and the Harlot lyrics, because yesterday I just kept thinking, I kept like having that song pop up in my head after a while. First it was like Trash and Scattered, and then all of a sudden Beast and the Harlot came, and I like that song, because it's like the way it starts out is just really sick. I'm not gonna lie, I love it. Just like the way it's described, the imagery, and it's just like, it just feels like cool. I don't really know how to describe it, but it feels cool. And so I was looking at the lyrics last night, just to like kind of, look at it to recognize what the song is, right? And on that site, they have like kind of a thing like about, and like, they have some things where like people can describe what the lyrics mean, because sometimes you see a lyric and you don't really understand what it means, but then it makes a lot more sense when somebody gives you like the idea. And that song in particular, Beast and the Harlot, has a lot of like kind of religious imagery and like I think Revelation or whatever stuff, where it's like a lot of passages that directly correlate to that. Like I think the whole chorus is literally just, kind of a reference to that. But the thing that really got me was I was looking at just kind of the general like description of what this song is and like what it kind of represents and what it means. And it was talking about, this is like the song kind of represents Babylon's fall and all that. And then at the end, there was something that blew my mind a little bit. Because then it said, this song gained a lot of popularity from being in the video game Guitar Hero 2. And I went, what? What? And I was like, there has to be something wrong. Like it must have been like the Xbox 360 version. And it was like a DLC song, and like I was like, what the fuck? What do you mean this was in Guitar Hero 2? I don't remember this. And then I like started looking up YouTube videos just to like see, and like sure enough, this was in the game. But I was like, it must be like a DLC song or something. So I was like looking, and then I realized it wasn't. It was like a couple songs before Freebird at like the end of the, when you get to like the end of the game, like the final venue or whatever. And I was like, what? And then it kind of started to click, and I was like, wait, maybe the song was kind of familiar the first time I heard of it, but like the first time I heard it, like, what? This is crazy. And I was like looking on Wikipedia, like list of songs in Guitar Hero 2. I was like, it was in the game. How did I never know this? And oh my god, auto catcher chill, man. And so just today, I found this copy again, this sealed, somewhat sealed, because I don't know what happened here, but somewhat sealed copy of Guitar Hero 2. Also, I don't know what happened to the case here. The case just fucking died. I don't know if it was me. I don't know if it was somebody else. I don't know. $3. And I mean, CD's still in, the disc is still in there, so. And so I had to check. I saw this today. I had to check. And I looked at the back of the fucking box. And there it is. What the fuck? And it just made me go, oh my god. I've come full circle. I started out as a kid playing Guitar Hero, you know, loving all these Guitar Hero songs, and then I've like completely gone the opposite direction where it's just like I only listen to video game music and shit now. I'm like listening to Pokemon music and Persona music. And then all of a sudden I just start coming back. I'm like, you know, hey, Guns N' Roses, they were kind of cool. And then somehow I have managed to find my way back to Guitar Hero music without even fucking knowing it. Because I didn't even know that Avenged Sevenfold was in Guitar Hero at all. And I was just like, what the fuck is this? What? This is crazy, man. I can't believe that song is in fucking Guitar Hero, man. That is so insane to me. So, that happened. And I don't know. I can't believe that all these years later this game is actually something. So, yeah. I haven't played this game in so long, but this game had some good songs. It's a sequel to the best music game of 2005. 2005, man. Holy, it's been 21 years since 2005. When did this game come out, actually? I'm kind of curious if I can find 2006, 2007. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. I don't know what. Like, dude, I was just trying to make this video, and dude, this is some guy who just randomly just like pulled up over there and was just there. That was a little bizarre, man. Whatever, I guess. Whatever. I don't know. Point is though, like, holy fuck, dude. I can't believe I've come full circle. I went from Guitar Hero and I somehow came back to Guitar Hero. But like I'm mind blown that song was in Guitar Hero in the first place. What the hell, man? So that was pretty cool. I can see why they didn't put other songs from the album in there though, because you know, there's a lot of swearing. I mean, I guess they could have like censored it, but I don't know. So anyways, with that, I am going to end this here. I just can't believe I've gone full circle, man. This is crazy. It's crazy. So, yeah. I don't know. Now there's police sirens going off in the back. Dude, it just reminded me of fucking, isn't there like police sirens? There's something in Guitar Hero 3, I think, like the start of the game is like fucking police sirens or something. I don't know. Something like that. But yeah. It's kind of crazy to have circled back to this. But, I don't know. I just like music again, I guess. I don't know. And, yeah. I've got so many CDs. I do want to listen to more Guns N' Roses again eventually. And oh fuck, and you know what else I forgot to mention? We have this guy. We have Motley Crue. Love Motley Crue. So, yeah. And this one I really only wanted because it had Kickstart My Heart on it. And I was also like, I mean, it's got like Shout at the Devil, which, again, Shout at the Devil is on this. That was where I learned. What Shout at the Devil is. So, yeah, I don't know. I just like music, but not really modern music. Is what I've learned. I don't think I really care that much about modern music. I'm listening to fucking Frank Sinatra. Listening to Frank Sinatra and Guns N' Roses and Motley Crue and Avenged Sevenfold, which I mean, Avenged Sevenfold's still around. I almost bought that 2023 album. A week ago, a little less than a week ago. But then I bought those instead. And I've just been listening to City of Evil because City of Evil is kind of the GOAT. I'm not gonna lie. Fucking amazing album. But yeah. If you haven't listened to City of Evil, you should definitely listen to City of Evil for sure. Whew, I love that. But, yeah. I don't know, I think this is basically it. I just want to talk about that revelation of like, holy shit, this song was in Guitar Hero 2 and I didn't even know. And like, I didn't even realize it was familiar until afterwards. What the hell? It's crazy. So, yeah, I'm gonna end this here. I'm gonna drink this CVS Big Chill water that I got because I left the house and I had a realization of, shit, I didn't fucking buy water. I didn't get water. Oh my, dude, it's filled up to like the top. It's filled up to the top. What the hell? What the hell, CVS? Now I got water all over me. Where's my water? Where's my water too? Oh my god. Man. What a way to end this. Yeah, I guess that's it.